Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Chairman of the Board. I am Tyler.
I'm Danny.
And today, we're going to be watching
Joker,
starring Juaquin Phoenix,
Bobby De Niro, and directed by Todd Phillips.
Yep, so we're actually really excited to go check this one out. It's definitely something different. We've heard a lot of good things.
Outside of the DC universe, which is cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a unique spin on it. We're hoping that's what we've heard. So, that being said, I want to run there and check it out.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I mean, we've heard a lot of great things. We haven't heard, but we've been trying to stay off of social media. To make sure that no one else tells us.
They're saying Joaquin gives a commanding performance in this, so
I want to see how he does because last time he put thumbs down, Maximum Aurelius, and I'm still not a fan of that.
Tyler, I just got one thing to say: put on a happy face.
All right, everyone. Well, that was definitely an adventure.
Yeah.
I had to say that it was a very intense film. Mm-hmm. A lot of symbolism in there. A lot of for the first 7 or 8 minutes, I forgot it was Gotham City.
Yeah.
And then they say that, I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't the Batman's world.
Yeah, you kind of get taken out of it for a little bit at the beginning, and it was something that I think I felt helped me connect to the film right away.
Right, yeah. I thought this is an everyday thing. Yeah. And it's kind of weird because they also played with eras, like time frame. Mm-hmm. With some of the stuff in there, like obviously the clothing and stuff, you're 70s, and then there's other stuff that kind of mixed in there that you're like, oh, what is this? And, maybe 80s, and so that kind of helped to take it away from real, but at the same time make it real. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Joaquin Phoenix was amazing.
He did a really good job.
Just plain and simple.
Very intense role. I hope hopefully he had his way of bringing himself back to mind, sound, and body, because he seems like he went crazy in the film.
That was,
but also had fun going crazy. Yeah,
it was definitely a descent into madness, and it was well played, very well played.
Yeah, I think super rats is the theme of the show.
Yeah,
because there's super rats everywhere. These giant rats that show up.
You see them all over the place.
One thing I liked about the film was that they constantly made you root for him, and you're like, yeah, this is gonna work out for him.
Yeah.
And then something else happens, you're like, no, it's not what we thought. And so, but you still, in the end, rooted for the bad guy, but he wasn't necessarily bad. You could see his decline into madness.
Yeah.
I mean, not that he wasn't already crazy.
No, but it's a different take. I don't think it takes anything away from the actual story of the Joker through the DC universe. I just appreciated somebody else's interpretation of how the Joker could have come to power or whatever. And,
And the whole story of basically how Batman...
Yeah.
It's Batman's origin, but through the Joker's story.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool because you always saw it the other way around. So now you see the Joker story and how he became became Joker. And then Batman's kind of the side product, which is usually the other way around.
So I think it was just fun to see that. I'm not going to dog this movie like, it doesn't stick to the standards of the DC storytelling. I just really appreciated it being, original. Just an original take.
Yep, just something different. They told you who it was, that who it is going into it.
Yeah.
But you see a different way of how he became who he was. And not only that, but how the people rally behind him.
Right.
In this, and how you're like, oh, that's how he gets people, henchmen and stuff, throughout the years of Jokerdom, is because he basically has people rally behind him against the disenfranchised. People who the government has let them down, and they're unhappy. Right. So what now has happened is people rally behind him, and you're like, okay, now there's he has a following and whatnot, and that kind of thing is you can kind of get on board with as well.
Yeah, I appreciated the easy storytelling. It wasn't hard to keep up with. De Niro was great. I love De Niro in the film, and overall, just a really good experience. But just be ready for some pretty graphic imagery and some triggering events throughout. So it is a pretty serious, deep film, and something that you kind of have to be like, whoa, you kind of have to be ready for.
Yeah, the comedy is there, but it's
dark.
They make you like the dark comedy, and I think they put you in the eyes of the Joker at some points where you're like, oh yeah, that is funny, but I shouldn't be laughing at that.
But overall, I enjoyed the film. And I think I've touched on the elements that I liked about it.
Yep. So as tradition, we're gonna go ahead and give it a number ranking.
Yep.
Danny, what have you came up with?
I've been mulling it over as we were walking out of the theater, and I'm gonna have to go with an 8 out of 10. Simple storytelling. I like the movie a lot, and I I wasn't like totally floored, but at the same time, it was still a fantastic effort. And Joaquin Phoenix, man, you should definitely be nominated.
Okay, and I'm actually going to go with 8 as well. That's something I was thinking about, and I finally am going to stick with that. Same thing. There were aspects of twists and turns, but not a lot to distract you, to keep you from not paying attention to Joaquin Phoenix's character's demise, basically. Yeah. So that was, or I guess rise. It's very interesting because he loses himself, but he rises to power in a way. So there's contradictory elements to his life. Yeah. But that being said, once again, I am Tyler.
I'm Danny.
And we are the Chairman of the Board. You stay tuned to see all our other projects. Check out what we're doing. We recently did the Queen Mary walkthrough of the Dark Harbor. Yep. Go ahead and check that video out. There's some really good stuff in there.
More projects down the way. And most importantly, just stay bored.